I'm Jeff Kelley, a longtime journalist here in Richmond, friend of the whole team at Sports Backers. I'm here with Jon Lugbill, the soon-to-be outgoing executive director of Sports Backers since 1993, right?
Yes.
Yes. So we're here at this is the 26th running of the Monument Avenue 10K since April 2000. Jon, this is not your typical 10K for you. What's different about your time here this year?
I get to run it. So
for the first time.
This is really cool. Yeah. So the first time actually out on the real course, and I've always worked it every year. So yeah, it was a little weird, like driving in and there's like other people around trying to park.
Yeah.
Where normally I come down here and like there's no one here. I was like, what's the problem with parking? You just drive in.
Yeah, welcome. That's what it's like for all of us. So it's great. So tell us a little bit about, you joined in '93. He is, by the way, the only executive director we've had. They've named the second one, Will Dixon, a longtime staffer. How did this evolve? How did Sports Backers evolve to actually create this race in 2000? How did this whole thing come about?
Well, really what kind of changed our thinking, originally we were just bidding on events to come to Richmond, and then we took over the Richmond Marathon in 1998, and that was just such a success that then we created the Ukrop Monument Avenue 10K. And this race was hard because you had to close down Monument Avenue.
Yeah.
And at the time that cost, a significant amount of money, so no one was like, oh, you can't do a running race there because it's going to cost too much. And so we said, oh, no, it's going to be fine.
Yeah.
Like, we're getting a bunch of people. It'll be great.
Yeah.
So, yeah, right from the first year, it was just a huge success.
Yeah. There were how many in that first year? Maybe
so we had 2,500 in the first year.
Yeah, and we're up to what? How many this year?
We'll be right around 25,000.
Big growth.
Yeah.
Big growth. That's awesome. One of the things that you've said is about the 10K, about really all Sports Backers events, is people will come if you have it all. What is it about this race that brings the whole community out? It's this intersection of culture and community and everything.
Yeah, one of the wild things about creating a sporting event, it's like creating any product. It needs to resonate with people. The concept of it needs to work. And the kind of wild thing with the Ukrop Monument Avenue 10K has always been how it just kind of like pulls our community together. And it's just one giant happy celebration of wellness. And it includes everything that's great about Richmond. So Richmonders are just so proud of this event. Of course, we have visitors and others that come here and people invite their friends and everything. But it's the music, it's the cheering groups, the spectators along the way. It's kind of the
bands.
The festival party. Like Richmond's full of that. And in the way everybody's happy and supportive of each other. And the other thing that's kind of unique, like other races around the country don't have this, our people train.
Yeah.
So like they're getting ready. So people even
10K
walking,
training team, right?
Yeah, and it's become part of our community to get ready for this thing. So you have tens of thousands of people preparing together as well. So it really makes the Ukrop Monument Avenue 10K special.
What are some of the lessons that Sports Backers have learned along the way to make this event better every year? And then on the flip side, maybe what are some lessons you've pulled maybe from other cities? And what have other cities pulled from Richmond?
The Ukrop Monument Avenue 10K is the fourth largest 10K in the country, and we grew really fast. So everyone around the country was looking at us like, what are you guys doing? Like, how's it different? And we really embraced the party. And it wasn't so much about who won, but it was about getting everybody out to celebrate. And at the same time, having people actually train for the race and actually take it seriously. So it was this whole like change. The running community used to be more about who was the fastest, and we kind of threw that out the window. And so that was something that I think other races around the country really took. Our training teams were huge and were different than anyone else was doing, and it was really impactful.
There's also 20,000 people out here. That's a lot of different stories. And every year you see the stories of, inspiring stories, funny stories. I read the story of, I know a few years ago there was a guy who had a heart attack and came back and he ran it. What are some of those really great 10K stories?
Yeah, the stories in the 10K are endless. This is real for so many people, and they have real stories. I remember one year, the person who had finished last, I went up and was just talking to her, and she was a really nice lady, and her mom had met her at the finish line, and they both were just in tears. And I was like, well, can you tell me the story? Like, what was going on? And she goes, I was so overweight and so out of shape that when I first signed up for the Ukrop 29 Avenue 10K and went to the first training team session, I couldn't walk a quarter mile. And I was in tears. I didn't think I belonged. Coaches came back, held me through the training run, and now here I am. I just did the 6.2, and she goes, "This is going to change my life."
It's amazing.
And it's just really cool that she said the hardest thing was actually to sign up.
Yeah.
And so you kind of you got to remember, this race changes lives, and so like that is really cool.
So Jon, you take off here. It is 8 o'clock. You take off at about 8:40. What is your goal here today? Are you going to have fun? Are you going for a PR? Are you going to be clapping, taking selfies? What's it going to be like for you out on that course today?
I think you can do all those things. I think you can have fun, have a PR. I don't have PRs anymore, but you know, you can really enjoy yourself and push yourself. There's a lot of people I know that are going to be out here and starting near me and stuff. So yeah, I'll be talking a lot.
That's great. That's great.
You know, it's the Ukrop 29 Avenue 10K. People often say, well, it's a giant party, so it's not about going fast. But this is a really fast course.
It is.
And this is going to be a really fast day.
You also have a role here today at the start line. What are you going to be doing?
I'll just be talking to the runners real quickly. Usually they're not paying much attention anyway, so you don't really want to take too much time. The music's kind of the vibe that you really want going on, but I just want to you know, have an opportunity to kind of say goodbye as executive director.
Great, great. Well, let's you and I head to the start line. So Jon, thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it. Let's go. So Jon, now that you have done the race for the first time, thoughts, impressions, any surprises out there?
It's just amazing, and you're kind of reminded, you know, I knew hundreds of people, which was great. I've seen volunteers that have been out there all 26 years and all sorts of other people. Then you realize there's 24,000 some people that I don't know at all, and how cool that is that we all came together.
Running with all your friends, everyone encouraging each other.
The crowd's so supportive, and they're full of people that, like, we all, you know, as runners, we all know, and it's just one giant community.
I love the bands too. It's always fun. Every corner's got another. I love that Army band out there every year. It pumps me up every time I see them. So
yeah, the bands are awesome, and the cheer groups were awesome. I love the group that was like meditating out in the middle. It's just the like coolness of that.
I know you see a lot of costumes out there. You said you were running with a Caterpillar?
Yeah, there was like 5 people that were all like linked together, and it was right near the finish, so I didn't want to have my finish photo with them like in front of me, so I had to like quick get ahead.
Yeah. So now that you've done the 10K, what does kind of the future hold for you? What's next for Jon Lugbill and his family?
I've had an awesome paddling career prior in my life, awesome time at Sportsbackers, like one of the best jobs ever, but I'm still plenty able and physically strong and able and have lots of sports and activities I like to do. I have a new grandchild, so there's a lot of opportunities to do other things, and you know, I'm just looking forward to not working for a little while and seeing what's next. My wife and I live right on the river. I'm in the James River Park probably 3 or 4 times a week. I run, I walk my dog down there, I mountain bike in the park, I paddle in the park. Like, this is kind of what I do is sort of what Sportsbackers is, so I'm going to be still involved with the active living community here in Richmond.
If you look back at your 32 years at Sportsbackers, tell us about where Richmond was at that time in terms of active living, in terms of events, right?
When I first started at Sportsbackers, like, part of the reason Sportsbackers was created is to have more events. There weren't enough events in Richmond. Now that's kind of funny, you know, like there's so many events and activities. But back then, like, active living wasn't a thing. It wasn't part of our culture at all. And the James River was just kind of you looked at it from your office window. It wasn't something that you like ran along or paddled in. Like, you know, that was like just weird people did that. And so like to evolve to the point where active living is like so prominent and so evident with the people walking and running in our neighborhoods and the James River Park full of people biking and paddling and running and walking, and it's incredible how much it's changed. And I think the way I say it best, it used to be what they did, now it's what we do. And for Sportsbackers to have been involved in that whole active living movement and to help change the community is just so rewarding. And it's just so different. Now you have so many people on board where in the beginning it felt like you were like a voice in the wilderness.
Tell me though, you know, as you kind of look around here, we're standing by the PR bell. There's a line of people here. Just tell us your thoughts about what you see down here. I mean, yes, the team created it, but you know, at some level, Jon Lugbill did have a lot to do with this. So what do you see when you look around?
It's really amazing. I mean, the PR bell line is long. The line, the award stage isn't for the winners of the race. It's actually for everybody to go out there and celebrate their personal accomplishments. And you see families, you see all age people out here. There is no one demographic. It is just very diverse. And it is 25,000 happy people. This is just one giant celebration of wellness.
I love it. And the sun's coming out too, which is nice. That'll help me warm up a bit.
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. Well, Jon, really appreciate it, man. Thank you so much. Final words as you step away from your position here at Sports Backers.
Being able to run Sports Backers for 32 years is just a dream job, and it's just been so amazing to work with so many wonderful people. I mean, I walk in the door and Bobby Ukrop is there, and we have just these community leaders that want to be part of it, and so it's just been an incredible privilege to be at the helm. And I always loved putting 100% into it, and I knew as I was getting older it was harder to do, and I didn't want to do it if I couldn't do that. So to be able to leave when I'm still going at 100% feels pretty good.